All right, listen up. Thank you very much for tuning in today, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to go over some tips that might help you get to your first 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. As I film this, I am sitting at about 930. I'm estimating I'll hit 1,000 maybe by the time that this video is published or shortly after. I wanted to share with you some of the things that I did that helped get more subscribers, and then maybe some missteps I've taken along the way that really didn't do much, right? So hopefully you can maybe avoid some of those missteps and get to your 1,000 subscribers quicker. Why 1,000 subscribers? Well, if you don't know, in order to monetize your YouTube channel, you need at least 1,000 subscribers and then 4,000 watch hours in a year. Yes, there is a lower tier for monetization where you only need 3,000 watch hours and 500 subscribers. I think the main goal for most YouTubers is to earn that ad share. This video and possibly future videos will chronicle my journey towards full YouTube monetization. So let me just take it back to kind of where it all started. I started posting what they call talking head videos, where you just kind of sit in front of a camera and spout off about something. I have a few videos around open mics. I host an open mic on a regular basis. I also am a gigging musician playing acoustic cover shows. Those talking head videos were really just to kind of give advice and help folks out if they were interested in doing those things, right? Maybe new musicians going to their first open mic, kind of what to expect, how to book more gigs, how to promote those gigs, what to do when you have a gig, what equipment you might need, things like that. And you can find all those videos if you just check my channel. I wasn't getting that many views. I wasn't really getting subscribers other than friends that I would tell about my channel. I think what people value on YouTube, people want to be taught something. They want to learn something, and they want to learn it from someone who is being their authentic self, right? I'm trying not to copy other YouTubers, other guitar players, other YouTube musicians, right? I'm trying to give you the best version of myself that I can in hopes that'll connect with somebody. So after some experimenting on what types of videos I might be interested in, I decided, well, maybe I'll throw up a guitar lesson and see how that does. And full disclosure, I am not the world's greatest guitar player, and I don't know a ton of, technical music theory. However, I have been playing guitar for over 40 years, and I am pretty familiar with things like, I'm familiar with the basics, right? Open chords, the pentatonic scale. I can noodle around, I can improvise, right? Playing with feeling and phrasing, I think, is one of my strong suits. And I figured, let me do a few guitar lessons and see how that goes. And then all of a sudden, those videos, that content started to get some pretty decent traction. Then I had my first video, I wouldn't say it went viral, but I've had my first video get a really good amount of views. And that video is called One Shape to Rule Them All. And it's really about just how learning 5 additional notes from the first position of the minor pentatonic scale can really get you across the fretboard in a big way. All in one shape, basically. It's a diagonal shape or a vertical shape, some people call it. I'm going to do a future video on the 2 main vertical shapes of the pentatonic scale. So if you're interested in that, please subscribe, check out my other videos, and stay tuned for that one. That video, it's sitting at a little over 13,000 views, which is great. And I think I've gotten a few hundred subscribers just from that one video alone. I tried a few other types of videos, like talking about double stops and how to bend strings, more beginner type stuff. And they got some decent traction, maybe about 1,000 or 1,500 views. But I found anytime I really mentioned the pentatonic scale or shapes in general, those videos were more popular, right? So you can expect more videos from me talking about the pentatonic shapes, easy ways to learn them, how to connect them. I've got some good tips on how to connect pentatonic shapes. So again, if that's stuff you're interested in, feel free to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and those videos are coming, I promise. It turns out that my channel, I think, is primarily becoming a channel for intermediate guitarists, or maybe like upper beginner to intermediate guitar players. I also have a podcast. It's called The Music Scene with Dave Kudrak. It's basically conversational interviews with very talented up-and-coming musicians that nobody's never heard of yet, but will soon, I'm sure. I will post those conversations up on YouTube as well as live performances, so you'll find that stuff on my channel as well. There's a whole separate podcast playlist for The Music Scene. And then, of course, you can stream that podcast on Apple Music, Spotify, anywhere else that you stream it. Now, there's another piece to YouTube monetization, and that's watch hours, right? To get fully monetized on YouTube, again, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. At the time of filming this, I'm sitting at about 2,000 watch hours, so I'm a little bit behind. I may hit 1,000 subscribers soon, but I won't have enough watch hours to fully monetize. I'm hoping that number's going to come in about 2 or 3 months. I think a lot of it has to do with how long people are watching your videos. If people are only hanging around for like the first minute or two of your video, you're not going to accumulate a whole lot of watch hours. There are a few key components to get people to, number one, click on your video, and then number two, continue watching so you build up those watch hours. The first one is you don't want to be too clickbaity when you're creating your thumbnail for your video or creating your title. It's a fine line between being just clickbaity enough to spark interest and lying about what your video is about, right? Full disclosure, I had a video that I posted a while ago around string bends, how to bend strings, and I made the title a little bit too clickbaity, right? It was about like, you know, here are some unique ways to bend strings, and that was basically the title, you know, specifically calling out new and different ways to bend strings. And I just really showed kind of the same basic ways that you bend strings, and started getting comments from people like, you know, I want my 8 minutes back. You know, I thought I was going to learn something new, and then you just kept showing all the same boomer bends that we know already. So although those comments were funny and fun to read, it did make me very much aware that I probably crossed the line, right? So I updated the title of the video to say something like string bends for beginners. I updated the thumbnail, and that video is still doing pretty good. And at least I know that, like, I kind of know where the line is now, right? If you're being too clickbaity with your titles or thumbnails, you're going to get lots of negative comments and lots of dislikes. And I know some people say, well, comments are comments, that's engagement. Yeah, but if people are actively disliking your videos, the algorithm's not going to show your video to people. Gary Vee says that attention is the new currency, right? So if I post a video that people are clicking away from within 1 minute, and then I post another video where maybe it's a 10-minute video and people are watching the whole thing, then obviously that 10-minute video is going to get pushed out in front of more people than the other one. Thanks for all your support. Thanks for watching. You guys are awesome. Keep practicing and have a good day.